Okay, so my name's Beth Knight, and I'm going to live code in front of you. I work in Xcode, and I'm going to make a custom storyboard. So traditionally, what you do with a storyboard, you create a single application, and the way that Apple has it set up is that you can use their storyboards like this, and they have assets you can drag and drop. But it limits what you can do stylistically or if you have something that dynamically changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the storyboard, and we're going to do it programmatically. So the first thing you need to do is remove the reference to it, because you don't want it looking for that storyboard while you're making your own. And all right, and I'm really glad that he talked about pods earlier, because I'm about to use one. Because that's a lot of what Apple does is they have these outside libraries you can bring in using Cocoa Pods, and they're super cool. So now that I've deleted my storyboard, what I'm going to do is head into my terminal, and I'm going to go into the file that I just created. And right now there's only 2 projects in there, and so I'm going to start installing my pods. And this is actually going to take a second. So it's bringing in this outside library, and I'm going to use it to make my own stuff. And after I have brought it in, I am going to initialize it. I didn't think this would be so slow. Okay, so let's give that a second. You can import. It takes a minute to import all these different libraries, which I should have probably done before. So we initialize the pod, and then we are going to open it. So essentially what I've done is, I don't know if you do Ruby, you have a gem file, it's the same thing. I've made a pod file where I want to bring in these outside libraries, and I'll show you what it looks like. There it is. So you uncomment this to say to target the version of iOS you're going for, and here you can just name the pods that you want, which I didn't trust my hands. So, and then to install, so there you can just list out all these different pods, and to install them, you just do pod install. And what this does is it creates a new file, so I actually have to go, you can see it now, I've got this workspace, and that's where I want to work from now on. And it basically took the thing that we made before, and it turned it into this new, That's very threatening, Greg. So I would close this one, and I know I'm running out of time, but what it would end up doing, I have one that's up here and working. It creates this, you use the model view controller, and right now I just need the view in the controller. So everything, I've created a custom view, and inside of it I can import this new library, and I define my assets here, and then I just customize them, and then you can run it in the simulator. This looks not very great, but how am I on time? Ooh, I can go real slow. All right, so that should be making that. There's the simulator. Xcode's really fun for all you Mac people. It's on your computer. So now I've got these custom buttons, and I can go through and I can make it work for the different phone sizes to make it work in the controller. So I define them in my view, and then I have my controller where I initialize that view, and then I've set it to the root controller in this app delegate where I just said this is going to be the first thing that's going to load when we start the screen, and there you have it. It's a very boring, customized view. That's it.